Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and felt something more? Something that didn't feel like ownership, but recognition. They say, a dog is man's best friend. But sometimes, that bond goes far beyond love, beyond training, beyond the wag of a tail. It's when you don't just have a pet, you have a soul dog. A soul dog isn't just a dog that listens to you or loves you. They're the one that seems to find you when you need them most. The one whose heartbeat feels like it was meant to sync with yours. You don't choose them. You meet them. And somehow, you both just know. Today, we'll uncover 6 rare signs that you've found your soul dog. The kind of connection that only happens once in a lifetime. 1. The instant connection, like you've met before. You don't remember how it started. Maybe it was at a crowded shelter, or in a friend's backyard, or maybe just a random day, walking past a fence. But when your eyes met, everything stopped. You didn't think, that's a cute dog. You thought, that's my dog. That first look carried something ancient, a quiet recognition, as if 2 souls just found each other after being apart for lifetimes. Researchers at Stockholm University discovered that when a dog and its human lock eyes, both brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's the same chemical surge that happens when a mother holds her newborn. But in soul pairs, that surge is stronger, deeper, and happens instantly, even before touch. It's not imagination. It's chemistry and connection, working together like destiny. That warmth in your chest, that calmness you can't explain. That's your body saying, this is home. Be careful though. Not every connection is this deep. Many people love their dogs dearly, but only a few ever experience this instant pull, this silent knowing. Have you ever met a dog and felt like you'd already known them forever? Because if you have, you might already be living the next sign, the one that makes being apart almost impossible. And number 2, you can't imagine life apart. Before they came along, life was fine. You worked, ate, scrolled through your phone, watched TV, went to bed. But once your soul dog entered your world, the quiet started feeling too quiet when they weren't around. You begin to notice it. That empty space where they should be. The silence of the house feels heavier. You catch yourself reaching down to pet them even when they're not there. That's not just love. It's a deep, emotional imprint. According to the Journal of Animal Cognition, when humans form long-term emotional bonds with their dogs, their heart rates and stress rhythms begin to synchronize. When one is away, the other's body actually feels the loss, like a song missing its harmony. That's why you can't focus when they're not home. Why you feel unsettled, even if everything else seems fine. It's not separation anxiety. It's resonance. 2 beings tuned to the same emotional frequency. But here's the bittersweet part. Once that bond exists, there's no going back. Life before them feels distant, flat, incomplete. They've changed the rhythm of your heart forever. Don't take that lightly. Not everyone in this world gets to love like that. Tell me, do you ever feel your dog's absence like a missing heartbeat? Because if you do, you'll understand the next sign. The one where they don't just fill the silence. They heal it. 3. They heal you without words. There are days when nothing seems to help, when the world feels too loud, too heavy, and even the people closest to you can't reach that quiet ache inside. But somehow, your dog does. They don't ask what's wrong. They just come closer, pressing their warm body against yours, matching your breath, until your thoughts finally slow down. It's not imagination. Researchers at Harvard Medical School found that just 10 minutes of gentle touch with a dog can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, by more than 20%. But for people who share a deep emotional bond, that effect nearly doubles. Your dog becomes your anchor in moments when life feels adrift. They draw the pain out of you without effort, absorbing your sadness and giving back something softer in return. They remind you that sometimes you don't need to talk about it. You just need to be understood. When you whisper to them about things no one else knows, they don't interrupt. They don't judge. They simply look at you with those steady, ancient eyes, as if saying, "I've got you." That's the unspoken magic of a soul dog. They don't heal you with words. They heal you by being. Have you ever had a dog sit beside you in silence and somehow that silence said more than any human ever could? Because if you have, the next sign will make perfect sense. It's about how your dog doesn't just share your emotions. They mirror them. 4. They mirror your energy and emotions. Your dog doesn't just live beside you. They live through you. When you're calm, they stretch out and nap peacefully nearby. When you're anxious, they pace the floor. When you're excited, they can't stop wagging their tail. And when your heart feels heavy, somehow, their eyes look sad too. Science has an explanation. A study published in Scientific American showed that dogs can detect emotional changes in humans through subtle shifts in body scent, especially hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. To them, your feelings have a smell. They sense it, absorb it, and often reflect it right back at you. That's why your dog may seem moody on your bad days or extra affectionate when you're hurting. They are your emotional mirror, silently translating your inner world into their behavior. No words, no confusion, just a perfect reflection of how you truly feel. It's a gift, but also a gentle warning, because they mirror what you carry. If you live in stress, they'll feel it. If you choose peace, they'll rest easy beside you. Every sigh you take, every tone in your voice, every late-night walk in silence, your dog takes it all in. They are reading the weather of your soul and adjusting their world to match it. It's both humbling and beautiful, isn't it? To realize that your emotions don't end inside you. They ripple into the heart of another living being who loves you more than words could say. Have you ever noticed your dog reacting before you even spoke a word? Maybe they weren't reading your mind after all, just your heart. And when it comes to your heart, there's one thing they'll always protect: your peace. That's what makes the next sign so extraordinary. 5. They protect you from negative people. You've probably seen it happen. A friend walks in, and your dog greets them with happy excitement. But then another person steps through the door, and suddenly your dog grows quiet, cautious, maybe even a little tense. They're not being rude. They're reading energy. Dogs are natural empaths, far more perceptive than we give them credit for. Studies from the University of Helsinki showed that dogs can pick up subtle hormonal cues, like the scent of stress, fear, or aggression, within seconds of meeting someone. Your soul dog, though, goes beyond instinct. They don't just react to tone or body language. They respond to vibration, to the emotional atmosphere someone brings into your space. They know who makes you laugh from the heart and who leaves you drained when they walk away. They sense tension before you do. They notice the tiny shifts in your breathing, your posture, your silence. And when someone carries darkness, envy, anger, dishonesty, your dog feels it first. You may brush it off as overprotective behavior, but it isn't. It's loyalty at its purest form. Your soul dog isn't just guarding your body. They're guarding your peace. Sometimes they'll stand between you and a person they don't trust. Other times they'll simply refuse to go near them. They're not trying to embarrass you. They're trying to warn you. Because to them, love means protection. So the next time your dog growls softly at someone who makes you uneasy, don't rush to correct them. Pause. Listen. They may be seeing what your heart already suspects, but your mind hasn't accepted yet. Has your dog ever disliked someone without an obvious reason, and later you realized they were right? It happens more often than chance would allow, and while protection is part of their gift, there's another power soul dogs seem to hold, one that feels almost guided by fate. Because sometimes they don't just guard your path, they lead you to it. Bird 66. They guide you to the right path. Sometimes a dog doesn't just share your journey, they quietly guide you to where you were always meant to go. Maybe it started with a walk you almost skipped, until your dog insisted on tugging the leash toward a different street, where you ended up meeting someone who later became a close friend. Maybe it was their playful bark that got you out of bed on a day when grief had nearly swallowed you whole. Or maybe they simply looked at you with eyes that said, "Come on, there's still more to live for." It's easy to call these moments coincidence, but if you've ever had a soul dog, you know better. Researchers in animal-assisted therapy have found that dogs often trigger what they call social reconnection impulses. Their presence makes isolated people more open, more trusting, more willing to step back into life. In other words, they don't just heal loneliness, they gently lead you out of it. A soul dog arrives when you need healing, even if you don't realize it yet. They slow you down when life is too fast, nudging you toward stillness. They make you stop scrolling, notice the sunlight, the scent of rain, the quiet joy in the everyday. Without even trying, they teach you to live better. They remind you that connection isn't a luxury, it's survival. You start to notice how the world feels a little lighter when they're near. And deep down, you know, they were sent for a reason. Because some dogs aren't random companions. They are divine interventions in fur, guiding us toward peace, friendship, even love. Have you ever felt that your dog entered your life at the exact moment you needed them most? It's not an accident. Sometimes the universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in wagging tails. And though their guidance feels eternal, every soul dog's time on earth is heartbreakingly brief. When they leave, it feels like the world stops moving. But the truth is, they never really go. The hardest part of loving a soul dog is knowing that even forever has an ending. One day, the pause that used to follow you everywhere will grow still, and the silence that fills your home will feel unbearable. But listen closely. True love doesn't disappear. It just changes form. They were never here to stay forever. They came to teach you what love without words looks like. Pure, patient, and unconditional. They taught you to slow down, to notice small joys, to feel safe being yourself. And when their body leaves, their spirit stays behind, echoing in every small habit you still do because of them. You'll find their presence in the places they loved most. The warm corner by the window, the sound of your footsteps on the floor, the way sunlight falls across the couch where they used to nap. That's their message. I'm still with you. They live in your laughter when you remember their silly quirks. They live in your kindness toward another animal in need. They live in your heart every time you whisper their name and smile through the tears. They don't want you to live in sadness. They want you to keep loving, to keep opening your heart, to carry their spirit forward. Because that's what soul dogs do. They change us so deeply that we never love the same way again. We love better. Maybe when it's your time, you'll see them again, waiting just beyond the rainbow bridge, tail wagging, eyes bright, ready to walk beside you once more. Until then, love every moment you have with the dogs who share your days, because each one, in their own way, is a small piece of heaven walking the earth. If your heart belongs to dogs the way mine does, and you believe they make this world softer and kinder, join our Happy Tales Guide community. Subscribe, share your story, and stay with us as we explore the extraordinary bond between humans and their four-legged souls. After all, every tale has a story, and yours might be the one that helps someone heal.